much money do you need to break free? What if I told you there's a number, just one number, that could unlock your freedom? Imagine waking up tomorrow and knowing you never have to work another day in your life. No alarm clocks, no emails from your boss, just endless possibilities. Sounds like a dream, right? But here's the catch. Most people will never get there. Why? Because they underestimate how much it takes to retire early. And worse, they overestimate how much time they have to figure it out. Stick around, because in the next 20 minutes, we'll break down the real math behind early retirement, the pitfalls you need to avoid, and the exact steps you can take to join the 1% who actually get there. The harsh truth? Every day you wait to plan for early retirement, the goal gets further away. But don't worry, we're going to fix that, starting right now. Here's the first question you need to ask yourself. How much is enough? And no, the answer isn't some arbitrary million-dollar figure. It all boils down to a simple rule called the 4% rule. This rule states that to retire, you need 25 times your annual expenses. If your yearly expenses are $40,000, you'd need $1 million invested. But here's the twist. It's not just about how much you spend. It's about what you keep and grow. Most people guess their way through life. They think, I'll save some, invest a little, and hope for the best. But that's like setting out on a cross-country road trip without a map. Knowing your number is like setting your GPS. It gives you direction. Now, let's talk urgency. Did you know that delaying your savings by just 5 years could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars in retirement funds? Let's break it down. Say you start saving $500 a month at age 22, earning an average of 8% annual return. By age 60, you'd have over $1.2 million. But if you wait until you're 27 to start, you'd only have $800,000. That's a $400,000 difference for the exact same monthly amount. The message is clear. Time is your greatest ally. Every day you wait, you're giving up more of your future freedom. So, how do you make sure you're not falling behind? The answer lies in one word: discipline. Here's where most people get stuck. They focus too much on income and not enough on expenses. Sure, making 6 figures sounds great, but if you're spending every dollar you earn, you're going nowhere. The key is creating what I call the freedom gap. This is the difference between what you earn and what you spend. The wider this gap, the faster you can invest and grow your wealth. Let's say you earn $70,000 a year, but live on $50,000. That $20,000 gap is what you can save and invest. But if you earn $120,000 and spend $115,000, you're in a worse position despite making more money. Focus on the gap, not the paycheck. And here's the magic. As you widen the gap, you're not just saving, you're buying your freedom. Speaking of freedom, let's talk about your best ally: investing. If you're just saving money in a bank account, you're losing to inflation. But when you invest in index funds, stocks, or real estate, you're giving your money a job that pays you back for life. Let's break it down. Imagine you invest $10,000 in an index fund earning 8% annually. In 30 years, that $10,000 turns into $100,000. Now imagine doing that every year. This is the snowball effect of compounding. Start small, but start now. Even $100 a month can grow into a significant amount over time. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. So, how much should you invest? That depends on the next point: creating your personal roadmap to freedom. Here's where it all comes together. Take your annual expenses, multiply them by 25, and work backward. Ask yourself, how much can I save monthly? What's my timeline for early retirement? And most importantly, what sacrifices am I willing to make today for freedom tomorrow? Not necessarily. It's about intentional choices. Remember, every dollar you save and invest today buys you time tomorrow. Here's an exercise to get started. Write down your monthly expenses and categorize them into needs, wants, and goals. Trim the wants, focus on the goals, and keep your needs efficient. It's like Marie Kondo, but for your finances. Picture this: you're 35 years old, sipping coffee in Paris, or hiking the Rockies on a Tuesday morning. You've earned the right to choose how you spend your time. That's the power of financial freedom, and it's closer than you think. But only if you start today. The question isn't whether early retirement is possible, it's whether you're willing to take the steps to get there. So, what's stopping you? Now you know the roadmap to early retirement, but there's one critical piece we haven't covered yet: the hidden cost of free money. Click here to uncover how government policies, inflation, And the illusion of free can derail your financial freedom. Trust me, you can't afford to miss this. Start building your freedom today.